Welcome to the wonderful world of Waikato Sheds, my friends. I'm here with my brother, Mark, the shed builder.
Woo! How you going? Out at Whangamata today, and we're pretty excited.
Yeah, sun's out, guns out, and we've got an awesome one. We're coming back to see the Beach Shop HQ, Andrea and Noddy's place. They've continued doing the work. It's getting closer and closer and looking more and more awesome. I mean, we'll roll the footage. We've been here since we demoed the old building. Mark and I were on the slab, seen the frames get stood, and it's been finished. You've been helping out on the property. Metalcraft Colour Steel came to the party. There's some beautiful fences around, Mark.
Yeah, so Mark the shed builder, he can do more than just a shed. I've erected my first colour steel fence, and yeah, it looks fantastic. Kahu, so the same cladding as we have on our main office back in Eureka, in Flax Pod, and an awesome system. Big posts concreted into the ground, then a channel system, and all clip and screw together. Looks fantastic. Was one of the things that they had to do to get it signed off by the council, and a big sliding gate going in, so it's really finished it. Looks really cool against the building, slightly different colour and a different cladding type, but it sort of just plays together really well.
Building, if you're asking, Windsor grey. Yeah, looks fantastic. A mixture of structural steel for some of the posts, because this is a full commercial building. So you've got a one bedroom apartment, but it's done because we're on a commercial site to full commercial spec. Steel house, access steel stud framing for a lot of the walls in there, along with C sections as well.
Where are you going?
A1 Bobcats, Sean, Kelly, the crew, Sam, have done all of the concrete here from the original slab to all the pathways and that around the fence.
And look at this is what it's all about. Beach Shop, only a week away, be less by the time you're seeing this. We'll be there at Pauanui again this year, covering all the awesome cars, beautiful Pontiac like this. So when's it happening, Jace? When's Frida gonna sign off and get us our own classic ute?
Absolutely.
You know, it's a must-have.
We need to have it here. Beautiful corrugate on the walls, just shouted out, city glass in there. But let's come on inside since we've been in there and say it, huh?
Oh, g'day. Hey guys, how are you?
Yeah, good to see you.
G'day, Noddy.
How's things, Mark?
Hi, Andrea. Lovely to see you.
Visitors.
That's
How we doing?
We're just discussing the build, how it's sort of come so far and that, but you've been doing all of this ply lining yourself. How's it, you know? What have been the projects that have been getting, or the things that have been getting ticked off this summer?
We're home for the summer season because we're going to go back to America and Canada and Mexico with our tours. So we try and get as much done as we can. And we made ourselves a list of jobs to do.
Yeah.
And the plywood over the fire jib was one of the big ones.
Yeah.
And we did it ourselves, about 60 sheets of plywood.
Yeah.
Like I said, we did it ourselves to save some money, but also say that we did it.
Yeah.
We're not builders, but I've been working with Mark a little bit when he's been here, and so I see how he works. Does it measure twice and cut once or something like that? Didn't always work. We didn't have too many scraps left over, but it's really, we had to do it. We either had to jib stop and paint the walls because of the firewalls, or we could clad it with a wood, which is what we've gone for. Reason being is that Andrew and I got a collection of memorabilia from our tours overseas and Beach Shop and other car events. So we want to plaster the walls nice and tidily, so we can screw. We can just screw straight to the plywood, so it's easy to fix too and everything like that. So it's been a big project, and thankfully I didn't injure myself, because normally when I do projects I kind of end up with bits cut off or accident prone.
No, it's nice to turn up and you're healthy and walking. And You blond that on the ground and then attach it.
Learnt.
Yeah,
it's much easier to do it three sheets at a time with the sawhorses.
Yeah.
And we use a 3-to-1 ratio of paint with water. Thanks to our local Bunnings store, gave us that tip. Nice. Semi-gloss, and just roll it on, and basically it becomes wet.
Yeah.
And dries real quick.
We walked past the Pontiac. Andrea, your car there. What's the story behind that? Where did you pick that one up from? Because that license plate doesn't look like it's local.
It's California.
Yeah.
We found it just out of LA after a tour. I think I found it on, what was it, Marketplace or something like that. And I said to Noddy, let's go have a look at it. And there was a few cars we looked at, but That's a car I love.
That was the car.
Yeah, we did think about bringing it back to sell it, but no, we love it. And I do share it with Noddy. It is my car, but I will share it.
And we formed a bond with the people that you bought it off too. They're a young family.
Lovely people, yeah.
Yeah.
Had they restored it or had they purchased it?
No, they pretty much bought it as it was, as it is.
Inside here, the cover of 1991 Hot Rod magazine, your personal hot rod.
Yeah, the one I built when I left school when I was 18-year-old.
Yeah.
So was a national award winner at hot rod shows, and some trophies inside it there that were some of the trophies that it won back in the day. Our plan is to actually put a 4-poster car hoist in the corner there.
Yeah.
So that for storage, but also for working on the cars as well. So we're going to downsize. How many did we have? We had 6 or 7 vehicles.
Oh, something like that.
Yeah, cars.
Yeah.
But we've we just sold 2 trucks.
Scooters.
Yeah, and some scooters. Was making room so that we'll just end up with 3 cars, 1 up, 1 down, and then 1 here. The Pontiac will be here, and the hoist will be on wheels too, so we can roll it around and work on the vehicles as well. So
that's your low rider bike that you built when you're at hot.
oh, it's a chopper. A chopper. Yeah, that's my designed and built it when I was at school, engineering, and when I did engineering at school.
Oh yeah.
And cut off the forks and designed these up and weld them up, and got a local garage to work them on. Local car painter did a great job of painting it, and it's had a couple of paint jobs. So these are what you call extended forks. These are ape hangers. These are a banana seat, and that's a sissy bar. So that was my pride and joy.
Sissy bar.
Yeah, that was my before I could afford a car.
Cruising down
hot
Pollen
rod.
Street.
Yeah, Pollen Street Thames. I actually rode it down to Tapu, which is down the Thames coast, 12 miles down the Thames coast. And our family had a caravan down there, and they used to have hot rod runs there. So I'd ride it all the way down the Thames coast to go to a rod run weekend.
You were saying you guys used to do a charity run or some sort of event with these
Scooters. Yeah, absolutely. So this is Andrea's scooter.
Yeah.
Came back to when we first kind of got together, and the scooters actually brought us together. Did you say? Yeah, they did. Yeah, one of the things, I mean, together as a couple. But yeah, so we did charity scooter rides around the peninsula. So 220 kilometres, up to 30 of us. This is my back scooter, which is actually a Noddy scooter underneath it.
Yeah, right.
And we'd raise money. We raised $5,000 for prostate cancer and
We've done, what else?
breast cancer. And we used to do from Raglan to Whangamata, coast to coast.
Wow, all in one day as well.
Yeah. Oh, we would trailer over.
Yeah,
Have
right.
breakfast at the cafe there on the wharf.
Yep.
And then we'd ride from there. But that was a really fun one because we would have a theme each year. So the first year was nuns.
Yeah.
Imagine us all dressed as nuns.
Yeah.
Men and women. And we'd walk into the pub. We'd always have a beer on the way.
Yeah.
Another year we did clowns. And then we did Cowboys and Indians, which was great fun.
And there's scooter clubs that would get involved, or just lots of people with scooters?
Just our local friends and beach shop crew, hun.
Yeah.
But we have a great day, and we'd be safe and everything, and they had lots of fun. And God, we should, with more time now that I'm not doing beach shop, was maybe try and do one again.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, because God, we've both grown up on the Coromandel Peninsula. Andrew was brought up in Coromandel, just north of Coromandel at Papaharrow, and driven around the Coromandel so many times growing up. But when you do it on a scooter doing like 50 kilometres an hour, you get to see more of the countryside than what you've ever seen before.
Yes.
So it was a great way to see it on a beautiful day like this. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Down the Thames coast.
Oh, and then I imagine the camaraderie and the laughs you get to have along the way would just be
Water
fantastic.
pistols and cap guns.
Yeah.
And, all sorts of, a lot of fun. So... yeah, that's the scooters. I had a little bit of an addiction for a little while, didn't I, Andrea?
Sure did.
I think I had 8.
No, I think it was more than that.
8.
Yeah, great way to get round. And friends in Pauanui had them, and just so easy to pop down to the beach or down to the shops.
What's happening in the Middle East at the moment?
Yes.
We obviously, we filled up all the vehicles and that, but we're using our scooters around town.
Yeah.
Because it costs like about $6 to fill them up, and they'll last for months.
Over beach shop.
And over beach shop, Christmas time.
Yeah, easy to get round.
Yep, you park right outside the pub or up on the footpath or whatever.
Yeah,
perfect.
Very cool.
Perfect.
Well, thanks guys again for letting us come around to see it. It's always just cool to see what's going on. Catch up with you guys at
Beach shop.
beach shop if we see it, because you're going to be just,
We'll be around.
you'll be a member, what do we do, a citizen, a normal member of the public.
We actually don't know we've got a very important job to do at Beach Shop, but we can't say what it is just yet.
Well, I just wanted to say cheers to Metalcraft, Colour Steel, but Metalcraft Roofing in particular. I mean, they've done all the cladding, we do heaps of it, but they really came to the party, helped out with the fence. And
Absolutely.
done it, which is,
Yeah, thanks to Metalcraft and everyone involved with that project to do it. They deserve a pat on the back because it's like the icing on the cake.
yeah, 100%. And that's why it's so cool to see this. I mean, we've been, I don't know, 5-6 years since we've been originally talking, and it's fun. It's cool getting to know the clients and doing it and seeing it. And we did a podcast earlier, but we talk about it's grand designs on a budget, you know, like, and that's what it's fun to watch it unfold, just like a project car is a project sheds.
Absolutely.
And getting to come back and see, you know, what someone's doing and added to it.
Remembering what it was like, I mean, we used to call it the gang pad because
Yeah.
they had corrugated tin that was all kind of like a little bit kind of graffiti and pretty scruffy looking. So it looked like a gang pad.
Yeah.
But now we were like a
Castle.
It's a
Yeah.
not a gang. We're a scooter gang.
Yeah.
That's about it. But it's just such a transformation from what it was to what it is now. So we both can be proud of the hard work that we've done.
Oh,
and we could have done it without you guys too, you know.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Well, no, it's been a big team effort. Yeah, I mean, we shouted out the concrete guys, Kyron Jackson. There's been a lot of people hanging out on it, and a lot of just attitude as well. Because man, as we all know, it can be a tough process, construction, but that just got to keep pushing through. You know,
absolutely.
And deal with it. No, it doesn't come to plan.
Just like building just like doing an event, it doesn't always get a plan. You have a plan, but you just gotta work with that. But and find solutions. That's what it's all about: is finding solutions and how you can
Make it work.
make things work. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. We're very happy. We're very proud. It's been a lot of hard work, eh? But when you sit here and go like, wow, and have a cold beer at the end of the day, you go like, yep, it's ours.
Yeah, it is. It's unique. It's done. It's yours, and and it's so much of it's so cool. It just looks sharp, and it's it's also just New Zealand steel. It's all Kiwi made, so it's not only the Kiwis that have worked on it in it, it's all the Kiwis in the factories and steel mills. It's just great.
Proudly
So,
Kiwi. Yep.
Yeah, very proudly Kiwi. Awesome. All right.
All right.
Cheers, guys. Should we try and say it on 3 then?
Yeah. Great sheds done right.